Well,
time. They still got a lot to prove, though.
Harrigan's time.
All right.
Joining us up here. Thank you so much. Congratulations, first of all, man. Thank you for joining us up here. Your 9th major playoff, I believe, Mr. KARRIGAN. Does the feeling ever get old, or are you still as excited to be entering the arena?
I feel it's about time. I think it's since 2018 when I was in in-game leading in FaZe London. That's the last time I made playoffs.
True,
so
yeah.
Obviously being back here, I was really close with Mouse, so it's good to be back in playoff.
Yeah, congratulations on the best of 3. I had a question in my mind. You came into this major, and a lot of people put you guys as the favorite. A lot of people say this is your major to win. Can you give me a few words as how you are handling it? How's the team handling this situation? It's quite unique to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think being favorites to win a major is always tough, right? Whatever game you play, if you don't win, it's kind of not good enough. I would say if you play NAVI and we lose that game, people will kind of understand that, right? But obviously coming to this major, what I've tried to do is just, like, what we're going to do to win the major is making history. So trying to break down the pressure, right? If what we're going to do and what we're favorites to do is going to make history, then it's fine. And I just try to acknowledge that pressure comes with people have expectations because we're doing good. So it's just trying to break it down and don't think about doing the game. And the first goal was to make playoff. And I feel like when you go into playoff, it's just a different game than a group stage. Now you play a best of 3, elimination, go home or go further, right?
You almost feel like the hardest part is behind you now. You've gone to the playoff, and this is where you shine with the team.
Yeah, I mean, from now on, I mean, if you meet a really great team who plays a great game and you lose in quarterfinal, there is no shame in that. I think this was the first step, and we are ready. And right now, it's 3 games away from winning the tournament. But yeah, treating the tournament as like we have done with Katowice and Pro League, I think that's the main thing for us. Just try to not to think about what it means to win a major, because it is, like I said, international team winning a major is history.
All right, I just had one question coming into this very specific game. I had you extremely favorite on Inferno. Honestly, I put my money in there. I said, you know, FaZe, they know what they got to do. It's going to be easy. Were you surprised by what they threw at you? What do you think it's on your end that things went a little bit south? How did you guys explain that situation in the first map?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have so much info on the Inferno, but it's a map I'm fine to play. Just our defaults, have it or execute and stuff like that. So I kind of knew what's going to happen, but I felt like everything was wrong. The initiative wasn't there. The trading was not on point at all. And the individual players didn't really get the duels, right? When I was dead, I looked left and right, everybody just dying in the duels. So yeah, I think it was one of those like early games. So far we lost an early map and we lost the early game against ENCE, right? So I think now we're coming into playing at 4 p.m. and that's like gamer time for our team. Like they grind a lot in the night, and I think coming on to the next match we are more awake, I think. So it's more like when you lost in frame, we're like, okay, this is gonna be 2 tough maps, but in the end it's 2 maps we've never lost with ropz, right? So coming into the last 2 maps, I had a really good feeling.
How about when you guys had the ENCE game? So for that one, for example, it also felt like you guys started kind of slowly into that. What do you think you can do to make sure that everybody comes in hot? Because yeah, I think we definitely saw that here on map number 1 and in that game too.
Yeah, I think it comes down to having a little late schedule, and that's like part of being a pro gamer. It's always hard to tell people to go bed at 12 when they like to play late, right? So I'm trying to have a good structure for myself and trying to be on point, so at least I'm there mentally and trying to support the guys. But yeah, we have to wait and see if it happens, keep on happening the next few months, that we just lose the game that's at like 11 a.m. or at 12, right? Then we need to figure out, because it's not really worth it, right? But in the end, the last 2 matches are going to be played pretty late, so yeah, let's see if the boys are shining now.
Okay. Another thing is, coming into this event, I mean, you guys took down Katowice, took down Pro League. There's clearly a target on your back. Do you think that people are prepping for you more specifically than they were earlier?
I think at this point people are gonna punch and try to find out a solution with our map pool. When you look at our stats, there's not many places you can go, right? And today we played an Ancient and a Nuke team that's really good and beat different top teams, and like we come on top of that and having 100% win rate on Ancient and having like close to 90% on Nuke. And in my opinion, Inferno might be our best map, but it is hard to keep winning on that map. But right now people have to figure out what is our worst map, and right now I feel good on every map, basically.
Okay, I'll have one more question about just kind of how you guys sometimes play out mid-round situations. I would attribute, I'd say, some of what happened on Inferno, but more so what happened in the loss to ENCE to sometimes individual peaks and things like that, where you guys aren't really playing perfect CS, but you're playing still strong CS that emphasizes your individual ability. But when it's not clicking, and we saw that it could happen, what's the fallback plan?
Yeah, I think you saw at the end of the game here, we tried to do some fast executes and getting that trading potential. And I think it was hard to figure out exactly where it was wrong, because, yeah, you can go trade, but if you don't get the trade because you're not winning your duel, then what do? There's no really fallback plan, right? Yeah. So I felt like we tried kind of everything on Inferno, tried to play our default, tried to take banana, and then tried to fake banana, explode A. But every time we came up somewhere, the trades was not on point. And if you just hesitate 2-3% against any good team, that's the 2% where the rotation over the in or the flash is coming and the guy repeaks, right? So yeah, in my opinion, it came down to just like not fully there yet, and maybe maybe a little nervous in the beginning, because maybe we feel like we have to win that game, but yeah, I think they kind of pissed us off after that Inferno game, and then we went into to show that, especially on Nuke, right? The way we played, it was that's the way I love when FaZe is playing. It's disrespect and going for the flashes, but we played together, and I think it was a great game overall.
Okay. To ask more specifically about Ancient as well, of course, you alluded to the 100% success rate on that in terms of your recent matches, and specifically with ropz as well. We've seen you be really dominant on those CT sides, but it hasn't really allowed us to see too much of the T sides for you guys. So how comfortable are you feeling on those T sides, maybe compared to the CT side of Ancient?
Yeah, I think from the practice we have had, obviously this is the first time where we have to play a longer T side, and like the way they play is very different compared to other teams. I felt like I had a good game plan, but again, sometimes there's a little misunderstanding that we couldn't react in time, and I also think we felt some nades here and there, which is really tough on T-side Ancient, and losing the anti-echo and it starts like that. So yeah, I feel like we didn't show everything we have on Ancient, but obviously we showed some of the tricks we had, and Coming in Flames is a really good Ancient team, and they handled it pretty good. So yeah, I think I learned something today from what we didn't experience in practice, and we can improve on that for the next stage.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get to see more of Ancient going forward. Definitely going to get to see more of you, KARRIGAN. Congratulations to yourself and FaZe for making it to the playoffs. We're going to be throwing it to a break, but after that, we're finding out whether NIP or Furia are going to be joining FaZe in the playoffs.